Hi everyone, I'm Dell. Welcome if you are new and welcome if you're returning back. I am a psychic intuitive medium here doing channels in divine love, always in a space of non-judgment through YouTube as well as through my business, DelleGoddessIntuitive.com. All information about me is in the description box, as well as how to book a personal reading, and any music or resources or insights or things like that that come through on the channel or through the reading, I just put in the description box as well. All the songs go on a Spotify playlist, and it's become really great if you want to check it out. And just hit shuffle too for an intuitive song of the day. We're going to jump in and actually do a solar eclipse reading today. I hadn't planned on doing this, but I felt very strongly called to come on and do a reading just for the solar eclipse. So this is going to be a timed reading, so it'll be for February 17th, 2026. I'm getting like windows around it, so it could even be that this energy kind of lingers 6 months out. You might have been feeling the eclipse, or like this, I'm hearing like an on-surge of energy leading up to the eclipse. So if you've been feeling down and out, or just like you need extra hydration, rest, water, like whether you're just noticing like you're taking baths more, showering more, just being outside, some headaches or migraines or things like that popping up, as well as I'm seeing like blemishes, like sudden skin blemishes, that could all be related to this alchemy that's taking place and transpiring around the solar eclipse. So how the reading is going to work today, I'm just going to do, just like usual, we're going to do the channel portion of the reading. I'm going to get some cards out and we'll talk as like a collective reading for what the eclipse is ushering in. I feel like the main word I'm seeing is alchemy and transition. So just, I feel like there's, again, been this lead up of like buzzing energy that's been coming through. Maybe you've noticed it, but it's just like this alchemy that's occurring for this transition to take place. So where you are transitioning from, it could be that you're leaving one area of your life and going into a different area of your life, or so it could be a shift of focus, or it could also just be seeing that there's transitions occurring in different areas of your life or multiple areas of your life. It's going to resonate differently for each and every one of you. So after we get the collective portion of the reading, I am actually feeling guided to do a mini little reading for all of the 12 zodiac signs with Tarot of the Divine. So they'll all be in the description box, the timestamps. You can just click on the time that you feel called to read for, and you can just pop over there. I'm leaving it to you guys to decide if you want to read for your sun, moon, rising, Venus, Mercury placements, whatever feels right and feels aligned for you. Because it is the solar eclipse, I definitely do recommend reading for your sun sign as well as your moon sign, and then your rising, just for a full picture. I'm not the astrology person, but that's how it's coming through as a recommendation. And then for the collective portion of the reading, we're going to be getting a song, Spiritsong Tarot. I'll mention all the decks in the description box as well. And then we have the White Light Oracle. So I'm going to just bring through the channel messages while I am shuffling. I feel like if you've been trying to talk your way out of something or get out of something, it's coming to a head. So I'm actually hearing it's time to face the music. So anything that you have been really not wanting to take a look, it's kind of like the energy's presenting itself for you to actually deal with it. Instead of taking the path around it, Spirit's having you go straight through it. And it's like when you do that, you're forging a new pathway ahead, and you're creating a new pathway. I'm hearing like the water split. So it's, I'm not familiar with that story, but I think it was Moses, wasn't it, who split, or it's like the parting of the sea. I'm seeing that kind of an image where instead of going around the sea, you're actually going directly through the sea. So bottom of the deck is the Two of Feathers. So this is indecision. This is like the Two of Swords in a traditional tarot pack. But it's about, instead of blending in, standing out and deciding, okay, which way do I actually want to go, rather than can I just kind of get around this and not have to deal with it. Spirit's asking you, the universe is asking you, your core is asking you, okay, what do we actually need to face head on and deal with, because it's going to keep coming up and up and up. And I'm hearing it's like it's going to lead to an eventual tower moment. So it's important to deal with it head on now, whatever this is. I don't even feel like, I keep hearing like mountain out of a molehill. So it actually feels like, to me, it's not as big as you anticipated. I'm actually getting, for a lot of you, it's about coming like face to face with an old version of yourself, and you guys kind of, you know, hashing it out like, all right, which one of us is actually going to be the one that's moving forward. So it could even be like a struggle between ego, letting go, an egoic mindset or mind frame, and then allowing the light to emerge. So a card fell onto the floor. I'm just going to go grab it. And we have the star 17 with the swan, peace and healing. So I feel like it's very much, if you are feeling at a tug of war with yourself, it's almost like the ego is really pulling. And I'm seeing now like the ego is trying to pull at the heartstrings, but the heart knows what the heart wants. So especially if you've been trying to get around something or avoid something, or avoid what could be a potential pain, it's like your heart already has the wisdom and the awareness to guide you through this. So the advice here at least is to really listen to the heart and have you navigate these uncharted waters that might seem like kind of scary, or how's it coming through? It's like you're commandeering the uncharted waters of your heart, but your heart already knows the way. Your heart knows how to get through it. So really leaning in and tapping into the energy of the heart. The Page of Wands is discovery, enthusiasm. So there's this invitation or call to shift your perspective as you're navigating through any uncertainty, where it's like, all right, can I be curious about this? Can I explore about this? Rather than coming at it from a place of fear, of angst, of, oh, I don't know, I'd rather not. But or can we actually just get curious about it? Okay, what's this bringing up in me? Why am I hesitant to leave the old ways of me behind? Why am I hesitant to leave old relationships behind? Why am I hesitant to hold on to what once was? You know, because I don't know what will be, but my heart seems to know that it's going to be a lot better if I just allow it to be. So can I be curious about this, and can I be enthusiastic about what's yet to come instead of fearful? And then we have transformation. Yeah. Number 13, transformation, transition, and liberation. So once you do this, once you cross that threshold, once you allow this transition to fully take place, it's like there's your freedom. So I do get very much that's like, if you've definitely been wrestling with trying to get your ego to just like calm and not listen to the egoic mind or a fear-based mind, it's really about pouring a lot of love in so that way you can have this transformation. So I'm seeing like love. I'm hearing that lyric from, what's it, Californication, Red Hot Chili Peppers. It says, destruction leads to a very rough road, but it also breeds creation. So it's really about leaning into those good vibrations, but I am seeing like allow something to fall apart, and by choosing not to participate in it anymore. It's like I actually am seeing someone like really holding up the structure of the tower in tarot. Like you're using all of your might to hold up something that just doesn't want to be anymore. It wants to crumble, it wants to fall. And again, I'm getting this more around, it's like a facade. It's an old way of thinking, doing, believing, seeing, feeling, where it just doesn't serve you or your highest, you know, purpose anymore. And when I say purpose, it's like, it's what I feel like the purpose of life is to live. So if you're doing things or feeling into things that make you feel alive in a way that's grounded and supported in alignment with who you truly are, you know, why would you hold on to anything that isn't that? It's like, it's not actually going to be a support. It's going to be like kind of blocking you from having this fulfillment, this happiness. Four of Pentacles, Four of Crystals is control and security. So it's about making sure your foundation is settled and secure and strong within yourself, but I'm hearing without grasping or without the need to grasp onto the old. So knowing when something truly is supportive or when something's kind of just like a convenience of the past. It's an old way of doing, of belonging to yourself, where this new lease of life wants to come in instead. And then, yeah, with the Nine of Cups ending the tarot portion of the reading, there's fulfillment and there's gratitude. I'm so glad that I healed this, that I decided to take this path. Because here we are, I'm happy now. Like there's this fulfillment, this emotional fulfillment, but you're doing it first and foremost for yourself. I'm hearing like, don't worry about anyone else right now but you. You are the star of the show. You're the most important thing that matters right now. So this doesn't mean that like it's a selfish thing, but it just means that you're choosing to fill up your own cup first before you fill up everyone else's cup. It's about making sure your oxygen mask is on first before you put on another person's oxygen mask. So, and the way that you are moving forward, I just get there's very blessed ventures ahead, and it's important to really lean into that. I get that the eclipse is bringing about like a major threshold and a turning point of no going back. So for some, and especially if the ego gets wind of this, it's like, what? I'm going to be out of the job soon, you know, like the ego's thinking this. Because the ego likes to bring about a lot of fear, and sometimes the ego can sound supportive, but it's also, I'm just getting, it can be destructive in a way where it's holding you back. It's not allowing you to fully grow into yourself, into this next chapter of your life. So, and then we have the Oracle of Chaldea, number 37, which reduces to 10. So it's like completion of knowing, of really feeling aligned and guided, where you're like, you know what, I know what I want, I feel guided, and I feel called, and I feel strong to move forward into the unknown. I don't really know what's going to be on the other side of that door, on the other side of those seas, but I trust myself, and I'm going to walk forward in faith. So, and it feels really, once you even just begin to embrace that, it's like the sun shines, the sun pours in, and you feel like, you know what, I'm not alone. I have my spirit team. I'm communicating what it is that I need. I'm allowing my heart to communicate through me. I'm allowing my soul to finally be heard. And there's this alignment too with the inner child as well. It's like aspects of yourself you keep muting are now finally on like full blast. The volume is just going up and up and up. They're ready to be heard. So again, I really feel like the eclipse and how it's coming through in this reading is a calling to really listen to that prompting of your heart to come forward and to allow that part of you to be seen or heard. But there's also this knowing, once you choose to accept that, there's no going back. Okay, so now I'm going to go into the zodiac portion of the reading. The timestamps are in the description box below, so whatever you're feeling intuitively called for to listen to, sun, moon, rising, whatever feels right for you, just click on that timestamp and I will meet you over in your reading. If you haven't already and you would like to, it's greatly encouraged to subscribe to the channel. It supports its growth. You get to be a part of the community as it's growing, and I so appreciate it, as well as all your likes and comments and your shares. It's really a wonderful way to support, and again, I appreciate it so much. Thank you. I will see you in your reading. Hi Aries, welcome to your reading for the eclipse. So I'm just going to pull a card or two and just see what wants to come through. So you guys have the Queen of Wands. I feel like definitely if you resonated with that lyric that was coming through with the Red Hot Chili Peppers, I've added the song to the Spotify playlist, where it's destruction leads to a very rough road, but also breeds creation. I feel like you guys in particularly are going to be really like trailblazing and setting the course on this new path in your life. But you're doing so with this excitement, where I'm hearing someone say like, I don't care if it gets messy, I'm all for it, and I'm charging ahead and I'm here to explore it. And because you are taking this creative approach to it with the enthusiasm that was coming through on, what card was it? The Page of Acorns, so the Page of Wands. It's like stepping into that queen energy with, I'm also willing to receive what I'm wanting to create. So I feel like the eclipse is giving you this ocean wave of a ride for you to go into, and just kind of ride that out into the next phase or venture of your life. So it feels really, really positive. It feels very empowering, and it definitely feels like it's divinely guided as well. And even though it is like kind of like, you know, the clouds and there's some rain and stuff and storm, there's this exhilaration in that you are happy to move forward and ahead on the path. That's all I have for you for the eclipse. Hope you're doing well. Until next time, stay well and take care. Bye. Hi Taurus, welcome to your solar eclipse message. I'm gonna just, a lot of cards just came out, so let me just see what Spirit wants to talk about. I'm actually hearing all of them, so, okay. We have the High Priestess showing up. I feel like you in particularly, your sign is being very intuitively guided. So expect to see like these upgrades and leveling ups, if you will, for your intuitive capabilities and capacities. So if you're feeling very, very intuitive lately, it's definitely like a heightened awareness around this eclipse. I feel like that's ushering in like just a heightened intuitive awareness. Also with psychic abilities, I'm hearing. And I'm hearing it's like it's only what you can handle. So especially just making sure you're staying hydrated, drinking more water, and taking a lot of rest if you're able to, will really help facilitate these changes that are occurring and ground them into your now. So staying present. We also have coming out together the Two of Wands and the Four of Cups. There's a pathway forward ahead that you haven't yet imagined. Like it hasn't even been a possibility, or you haven't even thought, oh, what about that? That could work. So I feel like it could be between you and another, but it could also just be like for you yourself, you're ushering in or calling in a new pathway ahead for you that works best or better for yourself. But I'm also hearing not just for yourself, but for those who you are intimately involved with. So this could be, of course, just people who are closer to us, our friends, our family, but relationships, but also specifically a partnership that wants to come in and wants to emerge. So I feel like there's just a new way forward where you both are able to, especially if you've been at odds with somebody, it's like, oh, the solution presents itself and it's not one either of you have thought of yet. So that's coming in, as well as the World. I feel like this eclipse marks the major completion of a cycle for you guys, where you're able to leave something behind and truly step into the new, to move on from an old way, again, of doing, thinking, believing, seeing, knowing, where you're like, I'm embracing like a whole new world for myself. And then, you know, to have the World card come through, there's just this happy ending kind of an energy that I get, where you probably weren't sure how it was possible, but now that it's here, it's like, okay, this feels really nice, this feels really good. And I think intuitively you've been picking up on it for a while, for maybe like a period of 2 months, and feeling like you just feel like something is in the air, something is coming through, and then it arrives. You finally find that way forward. Okay. I'm also getting just a random message. With compromise comes a deeper level of commitment. So if that's something you're looking for, it doesn't mean compromise that you throw everything out the window you ever wanted in favor of what someone else wants because it's easier. It's, again, I just feel like two people are coming together and figuring out, okay, this is an even better way for us to move forward and get what we both want. And it leads to like a long-lasting love and a happy relationship. So take it as it resonates, but that's all I have for you. Stay well until next time. Take care. Gemini, hi, welcome to your solar eclipse message. Let me just see what Spirit wants to talk to you about today, what this eclipse is bringing in for you. Taking care of your health is coming through, especially important at this time. And Queen of Swords, knowing what to invest your energy into and what to take your energy back from is what I'm getting. Specifically, like what kind of energy, what kind of exchange, what kind of interaction do you want to receive from other people? One, notice the way that you are communicating with yourself. That's what's really being highlighted here, because it's leaking out into the ways that you communicate with other people. So if you feel like people are taking advantage or emotionally blackmailing or something like that, that's just what I'm hearing. It's important for you to like draw that line in the sand, like, no, I don't allow you to speak to me that way. And going forward, this is actually the kind of communication that I allow. So just making sure, I'm seeing like doing a communication audit with how you show up and how you best support yourself. And then what are you willing to accept from other people as you move forward? So it's important to take some things with a grain of salt, and know also that it's important to accept people and allow people to show who they really are, their true selves, and then make that executive decision, okay, is this somebody that I want in my life or not, and then go from there. So it's really about allowing people to show their true colors and allow your true colors to emerge too. I feel like the eclipse could probably bring about like the falling away of certain relationships that just aren't beneficial to you anymore. Not just beneficial to you in a material sense. I actually feel like maybe that's why you've been holding on to certain relationships or friendships or mutual acquaintances and stuff. I'm actually seeing it's like what's actually beneficial to me on a spiritual level, and then whatever's not, it's like they're being put to the wayside. It's not going to come forward with you. So that's how it's coming through, at least for this eclipse message. I do hope that this helps and that you are doing well. And until next time, stay well. Bye. Hi, Cancer. Welcome to your solar eclipse message. I hope you guys are doing well. Let's see. card went all the way over on the floor. Knight of Swords. Okay, so the eclipse is ushering in some fast change for you. I heard it's ready and it's aligned, so I actually feel like most of you might know what this change is that's coming forward. I feel like it's been in the making for a little bit. For some, what's coming up, it's like the apartment lease has ended, so you've been having to figure out, okay, where am I going to go to? And it could be ending around this month or something like that. I'm seeing it's like a shift in departments, so it could also be that you're working like in a different department than what you're used to, but this change or this transformation has been in the process. So I feel like for a lot of you, you've been aware of what's kind of coming in for you. And either way, if you are or you aren't, I'm getting like, you know what best serves yourself. So it's like, all right, what do I want to do? Some of you are taking like a total U-turn and going in a totally different direction, or you're going back to your roots with something. I'm hearing that song Roots. I can't hear any of the other lyrics other than Roots. I'll try to find that. I think it's called Roots, and I'll put that in the Spotify playlist for you to check out. But that's actually all I'm seeing for you. I feel like it's just like more so about a directional change, knowing kind of or being shown where you've been headed. And then for some, it's just like, all right, let me take a different approach. I'm going in a whole new direction, or even returning back to your roots. So that's all I'm seeing. I hope that helped, and that yeah, you're doing well, and until next time, take care. Bye. Hi, Leo. Welcome to your solar eclipse message. Let's see what the universe is bringing in for you or ushering in with this change. Yours, I heard divinely guided, and I'm also getting the 9 of Cups. So you guys have the 9 of Cups in the collective reading portion, so it's also showing up again here. So I feel like there's a celebration to be had, or the preparation of something that leads to a celebration. For some of you, this could be about your planning a retirement, and it might even be coming earlier, but it's a welcome earlier. It's like, the ability to retire earlier for some is worth celebrating. I do get that, even though whatever this change is that the eclipse is bringing a lot of individual happiness for yourself, it also benefits those around you. You get to share your happiness and your wealth and your abundance that you've cultivated for yourself. For some, I'm hearing it's like an abundance of time. Like now that you have this time off, or maybe you've unexpectedly earned time off or something, it's like, oh, I get to share my time with others, you know, around me, and they get to benefit from that as well. So it feels very happy. I feel like people want more of your time anyway, like they like to be around you, but you also like to be around other people is how it's coming forward. I just see someone who's very happy to be able to be more social in the upcoming months. And yeah, so this could also be too, like if there is a sudden layoff or something like that, you're choosing to see the bright side of it. And I feel like this is going to be your map or your compass moving forward. Okay, I like this feeling of me being happy. Where am I going to align with this more, lean into this feeling more to expand my happiness in other areas of my life? And then you doing that in the next like 3 to 6 months, I want to say, and it works really well for you. It serves you well. So that's all I'm seeing. Also, I'm hearing one more thing of be on the lookout for like a sudden surprise, but it's a happy surprise. So it could just be that you receive really good news, or there's an opportunity or a letter or something like that. And it just has like something extra. So if it's not good news, it could be a check, it could be just something like that, an unexpected deposit, or I don't know. That's the last message coming in. So I hope that helped. And until next time, stay well and take care. Bye. Hi, Virgo. Welcome to your solar eclipse message. So I'm hearing short and sweet. I feel like they've all been short and sweet. So, but there's an extra layer or added sweetness around your reading I'm seeing. And we have the King of Coins. Could be because it feels good when you are able to step into a period of stability, or there's power within your stability you're curating and cultivating for yourself. So for some, I see you're finally I'm hearing that Shaky Ground song. It's an old blues song. Now we're standing on shaky ground. But it's you're getting off of the shaky ground and getting on like sure footing as you're moving forward. I see that it's like something, it could be a business thing, it could be just finding a job and the paychecks are starting to come in, but the eclipse I'm getting is making way for you to build lasting stability, or you're seeing like an actual return on the investments that you've been trying to make. How this is going to come through will be different for all of you, but that's what I'm getting. I'm hearing sure footing and a bang for your buck, so a return on the investments. So if it's a time investment, a money investment, I feel like there's no need to over explain here, but that's what's coming in for the eclipse. So short and sweet. I do hope that helped, and until next time, stay well and take care. Bye. Hi Libra, welcome to your solar eclipse message. Let's see what the universe would like you to know. I feel like something's coming to light during the eclipse, something that you weren't sure of. Yeah, so we have the Tower. So I feel like if you make sure you listen to the collective portion of the reading that we started with, but with just making sure that you're paying attention. But I feel like there could be just a sudden awareness about something. I don't get a bad feeling from this Tower. I actually get that this Tower is really bringing about, it's like informing you about something, so that way you're able to make a decision to move forward from something else or towards somewhere else, but it benefits you. And it adds to the sense of belonging, like, okay, I belong here now. And it feels really good to belong, because maybe you've been feeling like you're on the outs, or you've been on the outs. I'm getting a matter of the heart. So it's related to a matter of the heart. It could be love and relationships with how it's coming through. But it's like there's a sudden awareness, or something comes to light and you're like, okay, now I know what to do for myself. I know what's best for myself. So I get that the eclipse is really just more so shedding light on something, so that way you can really let go of the old and step into the new and move forward with your life. I really feel like the collective portion is going to be very impactful for you if you want to go back to that area of the reading. It is linked in the description box if you want to jump back and re-listen to it. But it definitely feels like that message about old ways of thinking, doing, believing, seeing, feeling, knowing out the door, so new ones can come in, is very much highlighted here again for you. You don't have to divulge too much if you don't want to. Also, nothing's set in stone. So however that's coming through, I just feel like there's something that's felt and there's clarity around it, and it helps you to move forward. So, okay. Helps you to move forward on your own, I'm hearing, where you can finally close the door on something and then move forward. So that's all I have for you. I hope that helped. It's short and sweet and to the point. So take care and stay well. Bye. Hi Scorpio, welcome to your solar eclipse message. Let's see what Spirit wants to bring forward for you guys today. Hearing like you've got a lot going on, so I don't know if your schedule is about to get lighter. Page of Cups, though, there's this invitation to explore something about what it means to belong to your own heart. So if there's something like I'm hearing like a treasure chest or something where you're exploring. So I'm not really getting, I feel like you're renewing your sense of adventure or something like that, where I just keep hearing like a treasure trove, or you're finding a treasure chest about something, and it's igniting something within your heart to get back out there and explore something more. So for some, you could be finding you're recently single, but it's like you're excited at the prospects of, okay, you know what, I don't actually know what kind of relationship I want to be in. So you're exploring different possibilities for yourself or something. But I am getting it's like there's like a treasure chest to be explored. This isn't about a relationship. It just feels like it's a matter of the heart, about exploring about what could belong to you. So it could be like, oh, this hobby belongs to me. I love doing this. I just heard pretzel making, so that could be something you're exploring. But it's like a kid finding treasure. Like, it just feels really good and exciting to explore this thing further, or multiple things further. I just feel like somebody's really allowing their heart to explore, and the eclipse is bringing about that kind of an energy to get excited and curious about things again. So yeah, that's all I have for you. Short and sweet and to the point, but that's your added eclipse message. I hope this finds you doing well, and until next time, stay well and take care. Bye. Hi Sagittarius, welcome to your solar eclipse message. Ooh, yours came right out. You guys have the Two of Wands again. So if you want to go back to the collective portion of the reading, there's probably something was speaking to you there. But yeah, I get that you're choosing to go your own way forward, but it comes with help. So this is a little bit different than the collective message. It comes with help. So I feel like if, let's say you've been trying to get into school, I'm getting a specific thing, or applying for a loan or something like that to get into school, the right help comes along and it helps you allows you to move forward ahead. So the eclipse is ushering in added help and extra assistance when it comes to something, especially financial, is how it's coming through. It's always important to do your own research, of course, and see what resonates for you, but I do actually feel like whatever help or assistance or aid is coming in, it allows you to move forward on your path. So short and sweet and to the point, but that's all I'm getting for you. I hope you're doing well, and until next time, take care. Bye. Hi Capricorn, welcome to your solar eclipse message. I hope you're doing well. Let's see what the universe wants to bring to your attention. So you guys have the Tower. So I would definitely go back to the collective portion of the reading and take a look at that. I feel like, especially when it comes to the ways how you work, something about your work, it's like there's a sudden opportunity or insight or lead on something where you're like, all right, I think if you've been focusing on trying to get a job or trying to make advances in a career path, it's like something else opens up and you're like, oh, I'm going to explore that instead. It's like a sudden shift or something, but it feels divinely called and guided. And or some of you have been really waiting on a promotion that fell through and you have been really banking on it. It's like there's a reason for this, and I'm hearing rejection is protection. So I feel like you're being guided towards somewhere else. So if you don't see what this is coming in, I feel like within the next 3 months it'll be coming in where you're like, okay, I can see why that original thing that I wanted fell through. If that hadn't fallen through, I wouldn't have had this opportunity, or I wouldn't have been available or free to explore this opportunity. So it feels like there's advances made in your career, and that's what the eclipse is bringing forward on this messages. So that's all for the message. Short and sweet and to the point. I hope it finds you doing well and it was helpful. Until next time, take care and stay well. Bye. Hi Aquarius, welcome to your eclipse message. Let's see what this solar eclipse wants to bring in for you. Okay, I've got quite a few cards for you, and it's really positive. So you're showing up actually as the King of Swords here right in the middle, and on either side we have the Ace of Coins and we have the Sun. So there's happiness. I feel like with you, when you really align with your heart and when you're really following your heart, it's like literally the seas part for you. So the collective message could really be speaking to you as well. I get that there's a new job opportunity that makes way for a lot more happiness and a lot more like real life adventure where you're able to travel more or something. It just frees up a lot of your time. And I think you're exploring areas that you haven't allowed yourself to explore, maybe because you've been tied to a particular job. But I see that you are setting sails on a new course and a new way forward, and it's working out really well for you. So that's all I have. It's a very positive and powerful message. I feel like you've undergone a big transformation, but I just feel like you're getting this new lease on life. There's like a lot of luck moving forward, and you're committing to yourself. So that's all I have for you. I hope that finds you doing well. Until next time, take care. Bye. Pisces, welcome to your solar eclipse message. Ooh, so I had a pack of cards fall out, but I'm not going to take them all. I'm actually going to keep shuffling, but the Lovers is definitely speaking to me, so I'm going to put that in and see if there's anything else that wants to come out with that. It's the Lovers, so that's the card. Yeah, I feel like there's an angel watching over you as well too, Pisces, really guiding like the transformation of your romantic life, I guess, for your solar eclipse message. If you are single, I feel like this is ushering or guiding you towards a romantic partner. And if you are in a relationship, it's like it enhances or it brings your relationship to the next level, however that looks like. Even if you've been married for a very long time, it could be like you're renewing your vows, you're finally taking that honeymoon you always wanted to take and you never got to before. But it feels I'm hearing like fire and ice, so it's like opposites attract, that kind of an energy. But it feels really beautiful and very powerful, and it's very nourished, and this solar eclipse energy is like ushering in newness around this. So feels very positive, and it feels like love is on the mind. Love is on the brain. So yeah, the number 6 could be something about the month of June coming in. It could be a really nice time for this, or to take a trip, or to take a holiday, is what I'm hearing. So that's all I have for the solar eclipse message for you. I hope it finds you doing well. Until next time, take care. Bye.